Hi, my name is Ian Lindsay. I'm a strategic systems consultant here with Quest. What I'm going to show you in this video is the basic customer demo for how on-demand recovery for Teams works. If you have any questions, you can see my contact info on the screen. Feel free to reach out. Okay, so let's dive in. The basic scenarios that we want to show inside of how on-demand recovery for Teams works is two scenarios within your Teams environment. One is when a hard delete of a Teams site happens. That is when the 30 days has passed, the group, the Office 365 group that makes up the team, the SharePoint site, the Exchange information has fallen out of the recycle bins and is no longer recoverable. This could happen with general cleanup, the site accidentally, or the team, the office group being accidentally deleted for some reason. Could be a site that doesn't get hit on a regular basis, like one that maybe gets hit quarterly, and the 30 days has run out, the group's disappeared, and nobody noticed because they didn't have to get into that team at that point. So our help desk gets a call and says, hey, they need that group back. The other option, the other scenario is a soft delete of a team. Now this could happen in a manner that I'm going to show here. So I'm in a Teams client. So for some reason, a user clicks on the menu for the team, hits the delete. Yeah, I don't think I need this anymore. We'll check, go ahead and hit delete team. Team will disappear from my client in just a second or two, and the team is now in a soft delete state. So, I'll possibly get a call back and say, hey, I was trying to get into that team and I can't. Oh my gosh, I need to get back to it. From within the Teams client, there's no way to do this. So what's more likely going to happen is IT will get a call and get asked to recover that information. So let's switch over to the on-demand product, and let me sign in with my user account. I will select the appropriate organization. And now we're brought into the main portal, and as you can see, the portal looks very similar to everything that we've had before. When you add on-demand recovery for Teams, when you come to the recovery menu, what we're going to see now is we have recovery standard, which is our backup and recovery for the Azure AD group, Office 365, security groups, distribution lists, applications, etc. And now we have a new tab here for the recovery for Teams. So I'm going to go in and open up the recovery for Teams. And after you log into the Teams module, like all of the modules within On-Demand, we have a base dashboard. So you can see here, I can see I've got 18 teams that are being backed up. I've got 7 tasks, a couple of errors that have happened as well. I can clear those. But let's just step through some of the basics first. So first thing that has to happen is we have to actually set up to do backups of our tenant. And you can see here my main tenant is being backed up. So let's look at the details. So the schedule is enabled. When the schedule is enabled, we will run a backup of the configuration and file, the configuration of the teams every day. We will do an incremental backup through the entire course of the week of the chat, and we will do backups of the files within a team site every Saturday. So the backup is enabled. I do need to give it credentials. These credentials are utilized for the first scenario, the soft delete scenario, where I'm going to be recovering from the recycle bin to put my team site back. So I will need the SharePoint administrator role to go ahead and do that. So you can see I have this information here. Once this is set up, my backups will automatically begin. After I run the first backup, you can see here from the teams, if I click on the teams, this will give me a list of all of my teams. So these are the 2 teams that I'm interested in particularly here. They're currently showing as live. This status field will be updated every time the backup runs. So Rather than running a backup, we have a refresh button here. So let me just go ahead and I'll click refresh. Prompt to do it. And let's go look at the task. If you're familiar with the on-demand recovery, every action is a task, and you can see the task here. Clicking on the task will give you some details. You click on events, and then each task is made up of multiple events, so we can see those now. And you're seeing here some of the updates that it refreshed the teams. You can see the 2 teams that I changed were affected. Task is complete. If we look at the task again, we can see that it's finished. So if I go onto the teams now, you can see that my status is deleted for those 2 teams. The one that was hard deleted a while ago, as well as the one that I just soft deleted. So these are the 2 teams that I need to restore. So I'm going to select the teams. And as you look at each team, you'll get a little bit of details about it. So you select the teams that you want to restore, and I'm going to click on the Restore button. This will prompt me to say, do you really want to restore these? Click Restore to proceed. So I'll go ahead and click that. Again, you see the task has started. So I'll just click on this View Details to take me directly to that particular task, and now it's running. And just like when I was looking at the refresh, if I click on the task, it will bring up the details of this particular task. So what I like to do is I click on the events, and that will take me to the Events tab and filter directly for the events for this particular restoration. So now we'll just watch this restore as it goes through. Okay, so it's beginning to restore the teams. It started on my hard deleted team, where you can see it's restoring the files for that particular team. At any point, if I want to see how far along I am, I can click back to tasks. You can see here I'm about halfway done. And I'll just go back to the events. Okay, now we can see that the task, the backup restore task, has completed. We started the task, we restored the teams, we restored the files, we're done. So if we go back to our Teams tab, you can see now that the status is on those 2 sites has been updated to live because they're back and they're restored again. So if I minimize on demand and I come back to my Teams client, scroll to the bottom of the list because that's where stuff's going to show up by default, you can see that both my soft deleted team and my hard deleted team are restored. If I look at my hard deleted team as well, I can come in and I will look at the details of the team. I've got all of my owners back. I've got my members back. I've got all of my channels back. I click on the channel. I've got my posts as they've come through. You can see there's the posts that I've put in, including icons to add it in as well. If I come to the files, all of my files that I've uploaded to the site are back as well. And the same is true for my soft deleted site. All of those owners and members are back. The files are back, the chat's back, the application's back. So that is essentially the demo. If you have any questions, let me know.